When a narcissist feels it's inevitable to lose their partner, this is how they react. Hello everyone, welcome back to the Narcissist Exposed channel. Before I continue with the discussion, I thank all of you who continuously support this channel, and let's start the conversation. Every human being, at some point in their lives, feels regret. Regret is the emotion experienced when one realizes that his or her actions in the past resulted in a negative consequence. Regret is a strong feeling that can have a negative impact on our mental health. Whether or not narcissists feel genuine sadness after the death of a loved one is a topic we'll discuss in this article. The reasons for regret and the possibility of moving past it are foundational to grasping this concept. The conviction that we could have acted differently in the past is at the heart of many people's experiences of regret, which is typically accompanied by feelings of guilt or remorse. For some, the weight of past mistakes can be a driving force toward making better decisions moving forward. However, it is a never-ending well of introspection and uncertainty for some people. One's self-awareness and emotional intelligence level typically determine one's capacity to move past regret. The topic of whether or not a narcissist feels genuine regret over a loss is complicated. Parasites are a good analogy for narcissists because of how they drain vitality and resources from the people around them. They put on a front of superiority and predatoriness to fool those around them. In truth, though, they are hollow, sensitive, insecure people. This is the truth of their personal journey through grief. Narcissists don't feel remorse like the rest of us do. They lack the capacity for empathy and awareness of the effects of their behavior on others. They care only about themselves and see other people as objects to be used to get what they want. Therefore, they do not experience grief upon the death of a loved one because they do not regard the deceased as a unique human being with their own set of requirements and emotions. On the other hand, a narcissist might fake sorrow to gain control over the person they've hurt. They could try to shift the blame for the loss onto the victim so they can feel better about themselves. They might also try to win the person back through charm and manipulation or by making empty promises of improvement. These regretful words, however, are empty gestures that have nothing to do with genuine feelings of guilt or remorse. Is it possible that narcissists don't feel genuine sadness over the death of a loved one? They feel regret, but not in the same sense that you or I may. After suffering a loss, be it a relationship, a job, or anything else, it's normal to question one's own judgment. And yet, I find myself here, lamenting my passivity. It's possible that regret has a unique connotation for you. However, a narcissist can only see what is valuable to them. Their view of the world is restricted, like looking out of a tunnel. Those who don't actively serve the narcissist's false ego aren't worth much to him or her. You are the type of supply the narcissist wanted to keep if you provided them with a significant amount of attention, money, sex, or whatever else they craved. Because you were valuable to them, and they couldn't meet their needs in other ways with their current resources, not because they cared about you or wanted to keep the connection going. Therefore, a narcissist does not experience the same level of regret that you might. If I have any regrets, it is that I did not make more of an effort to retain them in my life. I don't say this out of genuine affection, but because they were something I used to have access to, but no longer do. They'll need to find someone fresh to work with who is up for the same amount of manipulation and exertion. Keeping an established companion is more convenient for them than looking for a new one. In the same way that it's less work to keep an existing employee than to find a new one. The loss of a housekeeper or an ATM would be disappointing, but the loss of a spouse who would lavish them with love and make them feel bad about ordering takeout would be far more so. In reality, A narcissist requires the services of a servant, no matter who it is. Because of this, they will have no trouble replacing you. As long as they can satisfy the narcissist, anyone will do. People don't seem to care about each other here. Pure egotism, in which one cares entirely about oneself, is a hallmark of this attitude. It's a really egocentric way of living. A narcissist, put more simply, does not feel regret in the same way that you do. No genuine sense of loss, remorse, or guilt underlies any expressions of regret. What they're really saying is, "Oh, I should have done this or said this to keep this source of supply in my life because I was getting something out of it." Narcissists who have recently been dumped are likely to reach out to their former partners and offer excuses like, "I'm sorry I let this happen. God spoke to me last night, and I had a breakthrough and realized this," etc. They want you to feel horrible about yourself and give up hope, so they say these things to make you feel that way. Due to their lack of morality, narcissists are unable to experience genuine regret. We have a built-in sense of right and wrong as human beings. All the information you've been given is a total fabrication. Keep in mind that narcissists care only about themselves. It's not dissimilar to the self-awareness that directs our behavior and shapes our evaluations of the actual and unreal worlds. It teaches us how to correct our past mistakes and build on our past successes, how to interact with people, what we are capable of and are not, and what we should and should not be afraid of. This skill is not present in a narcissist. They don't care about what happens to you and won't feel bad about it, even if there is unfairness, which is why they worry so much about maintaining their phony reputation. It's senseless to mourn the loss of someone who never fully appreciated you for who you are. They were solely interested in draining your vitality and resources. In order to preserve themselves, other survivors must learn how people like them construct their false narratives. What your narcissist said to you when they were trying to communicate their sadness would be very interesting to me. Leave a comment below to tell your tale. Having said that, I hope to expand upon this topic in a future episode. We need to hold off on healing till then. Finally, narcissists may express regret over a loss, but it will be in a way that is distinct from our own. Narcissists are emotionally calloused and unable to feel the pain they cause others. Since they view people as disposable resources, they never feel remorse or guilt when one of them dies. Narcissists often use false displays of regret as a manipulation strategy to gain control. Though they may feel bad about how their actions have affected the victim, this is not true regret. It is vital to detect these red flags and avoid being manipulated by a narcissist in a relationship. If you found this video to be helpful, we'd appreciate it if you'd rate it and leave any questions or comments below. Our healing can go on till we next meet. Have a good one.